Hey coaches, this is Greg King and welcome to my channel where I discuss the Perfect Play football system. The Perfect Play football system is a modern day spread offensive system that always puts your offense in the perfect play regardless of the defensive alignment or the situation. Today's topic, we're going to discuss a simple hitch route and how that can be utilized. Here is my contact information. Please follow me on Twitter. Check out my blog. Also, you can contact me at perfectplayfootball@gmail.com. First, I want to talk about some of the benefits of the quick passing game. The quick passing game is a very simple way of adding efficiency and consistency to your offense. It helps you to create balance with plays that are higher percentage rather than trying to throw the fade or the go routes consistently. Although I will show you today how to throw seam routes efficiently. It forces the defense to cover the entire field from sideline to sideline as well as vertically. It limits the pass rush because the quarterback should be getting the ball out of his hands very quickly. That also will limit the impact of blitzes, teams that like to blitz. It gets the football to your playmakers in space, which is always a benefit. It gets the football to your best players in space. It forces the defense to make open field tackles play after play after play. Quick game concepts are useful, and more specifically the hitch game concepts are very useful in several different situations. And last, the hitch route and the quick passing game in general can be used as a freestanding play, which means just call the hitch route itself, or it can be combined with read pass, which is a totally different topic, and you can contact me to find out how to include the hitch route in your read pass part of your offense. Some of the pluses of the hitch concept. First of all, it's a shorter throw. A shorter throw is a higher percentage throw. In the hitch route, you'll have a stationary target, which should be facing the quarterback, a bigger target, a bigger window to throw the ball in, which makes it a higher percentage throw. You have a potential for a big play. You can get the ball to your better athletes, and you have a chance for a run after the catch. Get the ball to your best players in space, which I've already addressed. Force the defense to make open field tackles, play after play. And once again, this can be used as a simple called play. Run the hitch by itself. It can be part of what a lot of people call the gift section of the play. If the defense is giving you by alignment, giving you a hitch throw, then take the throw. Or it can be used as a secondary play call, which gets into the read pass concept. And last, it can be combined with other quick game or down the field throws or screens or runs. Here are the basic rules of the hitch concept. If we're in a 2x2 formation, the outside receiver will have a hitch. Some people like to give him a hitch fade. If it's a pressed corner, they convert the hitch to a fade. There'll be situations where I like to run the hitch regardless of the defensive alignment. And then there are calls that we can make where they have this hitch fade read. Number 2 runs a seam. If it's a 3x1 formation, number 1, the outside receiver has the hitch fade read. If you don't want to give him the fade conversion to a fade, then just make him run the hitch. Number 2 and number 3 run the seam. Here we have the drawing of the 2x2 formation with number 1, the outside receiver. It's a mirrored route. If we don't call something on both sides, it's a mirrored route. So the X is running the hitch and the Z is running the hitch. Number 1 receiver to both sides. We count the receivers 1, 2 from outside in. And number 2 is running the seam. So we have Y and H in this example running the seam routes. If we get in a trips formation, a 3x1 set, It's a mirrored call, once again, so the X is running a hitch, and the Z is running a hitch, and the two inside guys, number 2 and number 3, are running seams. They are running to the seam to their side. So H has the seam to his side, the nearest seam. Y will run to his seam on the other side. And I give these guys the rules of as though he were running a crossing route and under the SAM, over the mic, to intersect the hash at 18 to 22 yards downfield. So that's the angle he is taking. Now there could be tags you could make that gives Y this seam and cross the H to this seam. You could stack receivers, you could have multiple formations and move the receiver to different spots, stack them, and give them different landmarks. But as a base rule, that's our two base ways of running the route. The basic rules we try to teach our number 1 receiver, and this is going back to a 2x2 set here, the X receiver and the Z receiver, they should use a wider split. They should attack the corners outside leverage. Attack the corners outside leverage, and if the corner is off, if you give him this read, then he will execute the hitch route at 6 yards. It's very important to understand that the receiver must threaten the defender deep, try to get the corner out of his back pedal. The receiver should also, when he makes his cut, should plant on his outside foot. He should snap his head around. He should get his hands up, ready to catch the ball. Because the ball should be in the air by the time he makes that decision and makes the cut. The key is do not wander or roll. Do not drift in or out or deep. Don't drift. Continue to backpedal. Be strong. Be a big target. Face the quarterback and make eye contact with the quarterback. On this side, we have the example of attacking the outside leverage. It's press coverage, so we're going to convert it to a go route. All right, rules for the seam. The receiver should attack the outside shoulder of the overhang defender. So we have an overhang on both sides, so he's going to attack the outside leverage. If the SAM widens at all, then we're going to cross his face and get vertical. And it's very important to understand that once you cross his face, you get back vertical in your tube, restack the defender, which means get directly behind where he was. All right, so over on this side, we have the overhang defender here as well. Attack the outside leverage. If he widens, cross his face and get vertical, restack the defender. All right, the seam route has the option at times to bend his route inside. When can he bend the route inside? He attacks the outside leverage of the overhang, crosses his face, and in this example, he bends inside. There are 2 reasons that he can bend inside. Number 1, there is not another inside route that's taking place. And number 2, the middle of the defense is open. And we identify middle open here when we have 2 safeties. The middle of the field is open. We want to try to get someone in that spot. Quarterback rules. First of all, he's looking at defensive alignment. The quarterback will pick the side of the softest corner. Secondly, if both sides are equal, they will choose the shortest throw. The quarterback will select the shortest throw because that's a higher percentage throw. Third, if there's an overhang defender in the passing lane to that side, then he aborts that side. In this example, we have an overhang defender on this side. Over here, we do not. So the quarterback would rather choose this side. Next, if we have a personnel mismatch, we want to try to go to that. If our best receiver is in a one-on-one situation, we'll take our best guy versus theirs. Once the quarterback selects the side that he's going to work, he will read the flat defender to that side. If that flat defender hangs or jams, means if he hangs or jams in this spot, then the quarterback will deliver the ball outside. If the overhang defender works to the outside at all, then the quarterback will deliver the ball into the seam right past the ear of this overhang defender. Once he leaves, the ball is thrown. So that becomes the read, the first defender inside of the called route, the hitch route in this case. All right, a couple of hitch adjustments that you can run. You can make a call and run a double hitch by number 1 and number 2, depending on how the defense is playing you. You can run, in this example, the hitch and go with the seam still attached here. So we get a hitch and go. The seam occupies the safety. And the third one is a stutter, which means you basically run a hitch and go, and then you run another hitch. So you run a hitch on top of a hitch. So those, the hitch and go and the stutter are double moves that you can employ based on the type of corner that you're going against that game. We're going to look at 2 video examples of this play. This first one is a 2x2 set. We have the shortest throw, obviously, is down here to this side. Can't really see up here how they're playing it here. These defenders are out of the picture. But here you see the overhang is going to run with the seam, and that's going to leave our hitch route, in this case right here, facing the quarterback, big target. It's going to leave him wide open. He gets a little antsy. The quarterback doesn't see him at first. Tries to make himself big, jumping up and down, looks like a cheerleader. Quarterback does a good job keeping the play alive, delivers the ball. Nice pickup. The next example, we're going to see the seam route. Once again, it's a 2x2 set. This team is running a cover 1 man-to-man look. The seam route coming here, attack his outside leverage, cross his face. Attack the outside leverage, cross his face, get vertical, restack. He should restack a little bit better. He was trying to. Ball was delivered rather quickly. You see they got a blitz going on here. And the single safety eventually makes the tackle about 50 yards downfield. So once again, the hitch play, the hitch concept, very simple concept to use in the quick passing game. Good to use in the spread offense. Great to use with read pass and tags with runs. Please contact me if you have any questions. Have fun and score points.